In the quiet town of Eldermere, nestled between rolling hills and ancient forests, a storm was brewing not in the skies, but in the lives of its inhabitants. Behind the scenes, a web of deceit, betrayal, and dark magic was unraveling, leaving chaos in its wake. This is the story of how karma came full circle, and how the misuse of power led to a catastrophic downfall. The beginning, the wheel of fortune. The tale begins with a woman named Selene, a Leo who had always been ambitious and driven. She was a high priestess in her community, revered for her spiritual gifts and ability to manifest abundance. However, Selene had a dark side. She had been abusing her power, casting spells to manipulate others and steal their good fortune. Her intentions were selfish, to amass wealth, control, and authority at any cost. Selene's most recent target was a woman named Amara, a gifted kitchen witch with a strong connection to her ancestors and the spirit world. Amara had recently come into unexpected wealth, and Selene, consumed by jealousy, decided to steal it. She cast a series of spells to drain Amara's energy, block her blessings, and turn her loved ones against her. The spells cast, sleep spells and no-friend spells. Selene cast these to isolate Amara, making her feel lethargic and disconnected from her friends and family. She wanted Amara to feel alone and powerless. Chaos magic. Selene used chaos magic to turn Amara's peaceful life into turmoil. She wanted Amara to feel overwhelmed and unable to focus on her own magic. Binding juju. Selene bound Amara's throat chakra to silence her, preventing her from speaking her truth or using her own spells to protect herself. Dream spells. Selene invaded Amara's dreams, showing her nightmares to weaken her spirit and keep her in a state of fear. Yard magic and voodoo dolls. Selene buried cursed objects in Amara's yard and used a voodoo doll to manipulate her energy, hoping to cause her physical and emotional harm. Death magic. In a desperate attempt to eliminate Amara, Selene performed a death ritual using a pyramid candle. She prayed into the unknown, invoking dark forces to end Amara's life. Sex magic and amulet curses. Selene used sex magic to curse an amulet, hoping to make Amara appear dishonest in a legal dispute. She also cast spells to turn Amara's children against her. The repercussions. Return to sender. What Selene didn't realize was that Amara was no ordinary witch. Amara had a deep connection to her ancestors and the divine spirit. She had been quietly working on her own protection spells, using candle magic and sigils to guard her home, car, and energy. When Selene's dark magic hit Amara, it was like a boomerang. It returned to sender with full force. Physical and emotional collapse. Selene's hair began to fall out, and she developed severe health issues. Her throat chakra became blocked, making it difficult for her to speak or communicate effectively. Financial ruin. The wealth Selene had stolen from others began to vanish. She lost her resources, her home, and her connections. Her church members, who had supported her dark endeavors, turned against her, causing a massive family feud. Creative blocks. Selene's magic stopped working. She experienced burnout from overusing her powers and could no longer perform even the simplest spells. Her coven, once powerful, was now in disarray. Karmic justice. Selene's death magic backfired. Instead of harming Amara, it caused a series of tragic events in Selene's own life. People around her began to pass away, and she was haunted by poltergeists and negative energy. Isolation. Selene's sleep spells and no-friend spells turned on her. She found herself alone, abandoned by her coven and loved ones. Her attempts to manipulate others had left her isolated and despised. The aftermath. Amara, on the other hand, emerged stronger than ever. She had cut cords with Selene and her coven, ensuring they could no longer access her energy. Her ancestors and spirit guides protected her, and she continued to attract abundance and positivity. The universe had closed the door on Selene's dark magic, and Amara was free to live her life in peace. Selene, now a shadow of her former self, realized the gravity of her actions. She had gone too far, and there was no spell or ritual that could undo the damage she had caused. Her hair continued to fall out, her health deteriorated, and she was consumed by guilt and regret. She had cursed herself with her own tongue, and the karmic debt she owed was insurmountable. The lesson. The story of Selene and Amara serves as a cautionary tale. Magic, when used with ill intent, can have devastating consequences. The Universe always finds a way to restore balance, and those who try to dominate or harm others will inevitably face the repercussions of their actions. As the saying goes, what goes around comes around, and in Seleni's case, it came back with a vengeance. Amara, now a beacon of light and wisdom, continues to inspire others to use their gifts for good. She knows that true power lies in harmony, truth, and respect for the natural order of things. And as for Selene, she remains a reminder that no one can escape the consequences of their actions, especially when they involve the misuse of power and the violation of others' boundaries. So, the spells cast by Coven combined: sleep spells, no friend spells, chaos magic, binding juju, dream spells, yard magic, voodoo dolls, death magic, sex magic, amulet curses. The repercussions of the spells: physical and emotional collapse, financial ruin, creative blocks, karmic justice, isolation. The final outcome: Amara thrived, protected by her ancestors and spirit guides. The Coven, and primarily the main members and those at lead, faced irreversible consequences, losing everything they had once stolen without consent and more. The tale ends with a simple truth: the universe always finds a way to restore balance, and no one can escape the power of karma. Should they have used all their energy healing and descending from their demonic belief instead of causing harm, smearing, plotting and stalking, maybe, just maybe, things would have turned different.